And good morning and welcome back to the GDFL Netball Show. Of course, no Megan again this morning, organising her little trip away overseas, which is coming up in a few weeks' time. But I still have the old Flick here with me from the netball, from the Winchelsea Netball Club. And Flick's first season with us this year on the Netball Show, and doing a sterling job, if I must say so.
Well, for starters, I wouldn't be calling me that old. I'm probably half your age, but
Half my age? What are you talking about?
you look pretty old.
Oh, my.
But anyway.
Can you believe this sort of... Geez, I'll put up with this every week, you know. Her and Megan, just every week, bang, bang, bang. But that's all right.
Deserved.
I've got broad shoulders. I can handle it. Now, Flick, when are you going to be getting back into the game?
This is the coach's decision now. So I'm feeling all right, probably for a quarter or a half, but I don't think that it would stand up at this stage for any more than that. So anyone that's done a knee out there, it's just a slow process, and I'm a go person, so there's no way I'm sitting down on it. So
you've been training now for a couple of weeks, though? Pretty solid?
Yeah, I've been training for a couple of weeks, and I'm also the under-17s coach out there at Winchelsea. So I've just been training with them and with my team as well, so trying to get them all organised and that. But there's enough administration work to keep me going for another couple of weeks, even if I'm not on the court.
Did you hear that, ladies and gentlemen? The under-17s coach.
Feel sorry for them.
Talk about the blind leading the blind.
Oh.
Winchelsea youth, you really have to feel sorry for them. But anyway, that's another time we'll talk about that.
We will.
Now, the last game of the round that was played on last week was Thompson and Bannockburn. Thompson 55, Bannockburn 23.
Still no surprises there.
Probably not really. I know that Deb Arclay, of course, taking over the senior reins at Bannockburn this year. Once again, Deb's got a lot of junior girls playing out there as well, and trying to get them into, mould them into a half-decent netball side as well. It's never really good when you come up against these better teams, Bannockburn, the Werribees, the Winches, even, Bellpost, Hill, Corio, all those teams, are always going to push you. And you're going to try and struggle against them if you really aren't on song for that day. Yep. Thompson, of course, big grand final win last year against Werribee, and they're just motoring along nicely at the moment. Sonia Harris have got the girls out there, playing some really good netball as well.
They don't seem to have had too many changes in their team either from last year's team.
No, look, the only major change, of course, is Brooke Masterman. Brooke's no longer with the club. I think actually I heard a story Brooke had gone up to Darwin doing something up there. So it'll be interesting, in 3 or 4 weeks' time when Thompson play at Werribee, what sort of impact that'll have on the game. I remember last year's grand final with Brooke Masterman getting thrown down into goals, and she was just too big and strong for the Werribee defenders down there. Yep. And by that time, Rebecca White, Nicole Traynor had sort of, really hurt them down there in goals as well. And I think just Brooke finished it off last year, and, and kudos to Thompson and the way Sonia Harris coaches the team. She really does, think about what she does, and it's not easy being a playing coach. And those playing coaches out in the league, they know that they've got a big job. Not only do they have to worry about their game, but they've got to worry about how the team performs on the court as well. So, look, well done to Thompson, and they'll to keep on marching along to maybe their second grand final at the end of the season.
I think we're watching the clip here. I think Peter's enjoying himself on the camera.
Peter Teague.
Yep.
Look, Peter Teague, yes, everyone's favourite umpire.
Yeah, he loves it out there.
He absolutely loves it, yeah. But, Peter's, one of the people around the competition that thinks he's a little bit bigger than the competition, but that's all right. We need these celebrities all over the place.
He's on TV.
He's on TV. Now, this week, of course, Flick, is Volunteer Week.
It is Volunteer Week, yes.
Now, do you know a bit more? I don't know really that much about Volunteer Week, but I know the GDFL are one of the sponsors of Volunteer Week. Will they support it?
Well, I know we support it definitely. We, as a league, we have to rely, and as certain clubs, we have to rely on our volunteer basis. So it's just a chance for everyone to say congratulations to those volunteers, and for anyone that wants to step up in your club, I'm sure there's more than enough jobs that you can do, even if it's just helping out in canteens for 15 minutes or cleaning up the rubbish or this kind of thing. So as away teams, always keep in mind that as well, that it's only volunteers that run these clubs. So you really have to think about your behaviour and the litty that you're making and that kind of thing too, because it is volunteers that cop it all in the end. So I know we had one of our, Roger Matheson from Winchelsea, won Volunteer of the Year for Victoria or Australia or something last year, and which is a great recognition for him as well. I'm sure you've all seen him around cleaning toilets and cleaning up and things like that at the finals even. Every year as well. So there are rewards to be held with being a volunteer and it certainly in small communities. It's nice to be able to walk down a street and know everyone that you see because you are a volunteer and you get to know people. It's just all about it. So definitely.
Yeah, look, that's exactly right. That's what makes up the backbone of a lot of these netball clubs is the volunteers. That spend countless number of hours, behind the scenes. Nobody sees them. They see them, going around, and just like you said, Roger Matheson being the club stalwart down at Winchelsea for who knows how long. Reminds me of sort of old man Methuselah, walking around there, cleaning up, and come GDFL finals, he's there every week. He's making sure the toilets are clean. He's doing odd jobs all over the place, repairing things, and it's those sort of people at all the different clubs in our league that makes such a difference.
Yep.
And those little things at the end of the day really do make the difference, at some clubs. That's right. And I know that when I was at Bellpost Hill, the girls down there that, did countless number of things. And at all the clubs I've been with, all those volunteers that put in, selflessly, give their time and their hours to the club, that you really can't thank them enough come the end of the year. So that's great. Volunteer week from the 11th to the 17th of May. So we're in it right now. And so all you volunteers out there, we do appreciate all the hard work you do and, keep our clubs running. Yep,
good work.
Now, the umpires. I hear there's a small drama with the umpires, or we've lost a couple of umpires. Or
well, I think on the grapevine, from what I've heard, is we have lost a couple of our panel umpires. A few have moved away or changed rosters in shifts and things, so we're missing those. So if anyone has got their higher grades in your umpiring badges, it's just to think about it, to let Holly know, and she can certainly and help you out there. It is a paid position. It is good money, so there is a lot of pressure there. But I know some of the clubs are having to fill in positions in the umpiring panelling too when umpires aren't available. So people do get sick and go on holidays and things like that too. So these are all reasons why. But definitely as clubs, we should be supporting our younger umpires in the 13s, 15s, 17s, whatever they're doing, to step up and start doing some good umpiring for us.
Well, as much as I love the umpires, if you're interested in umpiring out there, Holly Carew, she's the umpires convener or coordinator for the GDFL, or you could also get in contact with Megan Deed, who is the administrator for the GDFL, and put your hand up if you'd like to run around.
See your club coordinator as well about it with dates and things too.
All right, we'll head off to another break, and we'll be back shortly to preview today's games.
I'm here to tell you how football is strong.